Now I have been loving, overnight oats are something that I love, but I forget about them. And then I don't make them forever. And so I've been on an overnight oats kick lately, right? Just the basics, just put the oats, some chia, some um, yogurt, protein powder, all the good stuff. So I'm going to make it's like an overnight oats. So this has to chill for a few hours, but it's got a base and then some creamy stuff on top. So it's more like the overnight oats cake. So let's see how this goes. What I have here is all you do is you start with a banana. This is a half of a banana. So I'm just going to mash up half of this banana, finish up doing that. Okay. Now in this bowl, I have already measured out a total of 30 grams, but I wanted to add not just oats. So this, you can just do 30 grams of quick oats, but I decided to do some oats, a little bit of flax, and a little bit of chia seeds to make it a little more interesting, a little more healthy. Um, I don't know, maybe a little more nasty. We never know. But when you can sneak in a little bit more health, let's do that. So just mix that up well. See, that's coming together pretty well because this is going to be like our crust, our oat crust. And then I'm just going to spread it into the bottom of our pan here. I guess it's not a pan, it's a dish. So this will be our serving dish. And just get it all nice and smoothed out in there. I love oats. I eat oats several times a day in several ways. I have them I make baked oatmeal that I have in the fridge that I always have. I kind of have that for breakfast. I make oatmeal, quick oats, and I add some protein to it. Like I eat more oats than I think I do. I cook little sweets with them, little cookies. Yes, I just love it. So oats, you can never go wrong with oats. Here you go. Um, this is going to be our crust, and then I'm going to just mix up the topping in this same bowl here. Okay, so the topping is actually pretty simple. All it is, it called for yogurt. I'm just going to use this was 11 stinking cents. I bought so many of these. These are the Carb Master, so they're like 70 calories. Oh, I'm so sorry. I've got like oats on my finger. 70 calories and about 9 grams of protein. So they're not as great as like a Greek yogurt, obviously, but they're not just like, they're a little bit better in protein count than just a normal plain yogurt would be. Well, maybe not like, you know what I mean. It's got a little bit of flavor, a little less, fewer calories. So, yeah, my fridge, I have two fridges, one tiny fridge, like a beverage fridge, that's full of these. I wanted to buy so many of them because we go through them. I'm not going to measure. Once again, I'm not measuring. It adds for about a half a cup. So it's like, who cares if you have, what if I have 7 tablespoons instead of, whatever. But half a cup, this is 6 ounces. So this is just a little bit more than a half a cup here in this. So I'll just leave a little bit. This is just vanilla protein powder. I'm just using casein protein powder. Now casein will absorb a little more liquid than a whey would. So I haven't done this before, so I'm wondering if it'll be a little too thick. But I'm not too nervous about it. If I need to add more yogurt, I certainly will. And then you just give that a good stir. Now I've decided to just use the whole carton because it's really not that much more. And I'm just going to have a little bit more topping than it's not like it really matters because proportion wise, it's just what your liking is. And I like yogurt and I want to have a lot of creamy yogurt on top. So let's just finish mixing this up. And then once this is all mixed up, we just put it on top of our crust and it goes into the fridge for several hours. Ideally overnight, but 4 to 6 or so. All right, so I've got the whole container of yogurt in here, mixed in with about a scoop of protein powder. And now I'm just going to assemble my oats. Let's put this on top. It's very thick, and I'm not surprised because I used the casein powder. I should have probably mixed it, but you know what? I just didn't feel like bothering mixing the whey and the casein together. So it's just for me, and I'm not going to complain. All right, and that's all there is to it, this part of it. So you can see our yummy little bowl. And then in the morning, because it's already 4:30 and I don't want to wait 6 hours to assemble the topping, I will top it with a sweet peanut butter mixture. Peanut butter goes with anything and it makes everything better. So I will be back in about 20 now more. Well, I don't know. I'll be back when I'm ready to be back, and then I'll try these yummy oats. Okay, so it actually was like 2 days before I got back to this. Life just gets crazy, you know what I mean. And so my little oats were sitting in the fridge for a long time. So now I'm gonna make my topping because I'm finally ready to eat them. And I decided, instead of using peanut butter and like microwave it to get a little drizzly, I just decided to use peanut butter powder, but mix it with the sugar-free maple syrup. So that's kind of my pasty frosting paste. That sounds gross. That's my topping. And so I just kind of drizzled that on there, just like so. And then I took me a little sample here. Now these were very good. I could not stop eating this. It was a lot of creamy with the yogurt on top. And it had just a nice little crunch of the crust. I enjoyed that there was like a big texture change in there that you don't always get with overnight oats. Like overnight oats is pretty much soft unless you add like nuts or something to this. So I did like this. In my mind though, I wouldn't really call it overnight oats. I mean, it does have oats that soaked, okay. But it was much more of a parfait, much more of a truffle, I guess you would say, but it was very good. And so I would encourage you to try this if you like overnight oats, if you want something a little different, because I'm going to be making these again very soon.